stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. A little NBA bit coming at you on a Monday morning. And tomorrow we have NBA action. That's right. We got 2 games tomorrow night. We finally made it. We made it through, myself included. Everybody's over and under picks, first time all-star, any sort of speculative thing you can think of. We have come to the other side of it. Starting tomorrow, we have actual basketball action. But before we do that, listen, if you're first time here, like the stream, subscribe to the channel, come hang out. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we get the NBA bit cooking every day. Who do we got? Or every day, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Who do we got in the chat this morning? I see Sneeps up here early. Terry, good morning. Matic Otto's up in here. Bowdivine, the Hoggy. Common Man said, do the Liberty fans call themselves libertarians? Just the libs. We're just the libs, I think. We'll talk a little Liberty here in a bit. We got Snoopaloop. Happy National Back to the Future Day. Love to see that. But let's get some business out of the way. Already mentioned Monday, Wednesday, Friday, NBA bid action, Elite Fantasy Hoops. If you're not following that channel yet, make sure you're doing that. We're I think tomorrow, actually, we're going to have a long show over there. So we have the first live before lock for SORARE NBA, which is going to start at 5 p.m. Eastern. However, I think what we're going to do tomorrow is have like a big old long show over there. We're not going to do our typical 8-hour marathon show tomorrow, which we've done the last few years. But there's a slew of reasons why we're not doing that. But tomorrow we'll still have a ton of content for you, just most likely over on the Elite Fantasy Hoops channel. So stay tuned for that. We'll get some more information as we, get our last Underdog Double Dribble drafts in. We'll get Underdog Dailies starting tomorrow. We get the SORARE NBA Daily. I know the Fast Break Bros are out there trying to win some courtside tickets or whatever. Yeah, comment, let me know I'm soft. I get it. It was just, just if I'm doing the thing again, just because that's how we always do it, I don't know. I wanted to be excited about it, the 8-hour thing. I think we did it. We did the 8-hour thing. We're off to bigger and better. All right. Quality over quantity. Yeah, we're going to go longer than 8 hours. That's right. We're not doing the 8-hour stream. We're doing a 12-hour stream. No, we're still going to be doing plenty of stuff tomorrow. Just not the same old. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, after this commercial, there we go. Maggie Carp in the streets. Good to see it. All right, handful of things this morning. We're gonna let's switch the backdrops around. We'll get some overlays going and let's dive in. We're gonna start with the Bing Bong Boys here. With the Bing Bong Boys of New York. New York's in a little bit of trouble this morning. I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but over the weekend, our guy Precious Achiuwa got dinged up a little bit. Let me see if I can find the news. Yeah, we'll share Yahoo Sports. Yahoo. Doc Delta in the chat. Good to see you. The Knicks big Precious Achiuwa out 2 to 4 weeks, according to Yahoo, with a left hamstring. Also concerning, like 2 to 4 weeks. It's a pretty big window. In the sense that like it could be 2 weeks, it could be 4 weeks. Also, we've mentioned this before with like guys like Devin Booker. Those little soft tissues, not to be confused with my rock hard tissues. Those soft tissue stuff can linger a little bit. And shout out to Cranberries. My big concern with the Knicks was big depth, though. Right, their depth of their big position here. And now that's relying on Karl Anthony Towns to play all the minutes, which, hey, it's Coach Thibodeau, baby. He's fine with everybody playing all the minutes. But they released Landry Shamet. Not that Landry Shamet's a big, but Landry Shamet stinged up. He was released. They don't have Achiuwa. Now it's like Jericho Sims, man. And, hey, we've done this Jericho Sims thing before, all right? We have done the Jericho Sims thing before. Not great, Bob, okay? That sounds like 20 minutes, 4 fouls, 0 for 3 from the field, and like 3 turnovers. That's usually the Jericho Sims experiment or experience. So a little concerning for the Knicks right out the gate. I don't know if it's like a huge impact, really. It's just like the margin for error is getting thinner and thinner. Because that roster is a little funky after that. I mean, I guess we see OG Anunoby, maybe some small ball 5. Are they going to get OG Anunoby on that Herb Jones diet where they're just out there playing the 5 even though he's a 4? I know every like New York beat reporter likes to, pop a couple of blue chews and then be like, actually, OG Anunoby can defend bigs better than most bigs can defend bigs. So we might see a lot of that. Our guy Josh Hart's going to run around and think he's 7 feet tall. So maybe we see some of that. Snoopaloop saying, is that Taj Gibson music? You would think that Taj Gibson's not on an NBA roster, but you would be wrong, Snoopaloop, because Taj Gibson is out there playing backup minutes for the Charlotte Hornets. And yeah, OG too, Maggie Carp. Yeah, OG Anunoby, not necessarily known for durability. So that's a little bit of a concern for the Knicks, who I know was like a dark horse to be like, what if the Celtics have a championship hangover and the Knicks are actually the 1 seed? So again, I don't think we don't have to sound the alarms yet. I imagine the Knicks are still going to be. I like whatever. Achua is probably playing 18 to 20 minutes anyways. You just kind of piecemeal it together. Maybe they make some sort of free agent pickup or get somebody off the assembly line to get out there and play 10 minutes for Tibbs, but we'll have to wait and see. The other thing, though, regarding the Knicks is I don't know how much stock I want to put into this, but Brick Center, which, a really good Twitter account, Brick Center, they posted something over the weekend about Mikal Bridges' jumper. I'll throw this up here. So, and it was just like what happened to Mikal Bridges' jumper. And I don't know if it's got a little Tatum in it. What?
Mikal Bridges. Bridges got the separation, step back jumper on the run.
We'll let this play out.
Three. Looking for Tyler Kolek, the rookie. He finds
There's
Bridges.
Definitely something there,
Mexico
right?
City.
You already found the spot.
I'm not losing my mind here.
I found a.
And that, what is that? What is that? I will, and again, maybe throughout the offseason, he was trying to work on his jumper a little bit, so trying some new stuff out, and it's got to look bad before it looks good. But yeah, bottom line says Fultz flashbacks. I mean, we saw all the Tatum stuff off the in the offseason, right? About Tatum's jumper had a little hitch in it. Now he's working out of it. Listen, it's a preseason. I'm not going to freak out yet. But it is a little weird, man. It is a little weird. Let's see it one more time here. That one actually looks a little smoother than the other ones.
Bouncy, quick second jump. If you can knock,
but it doesn't look comfy, right? It looks like he is trying to figure out something in real time. And that makes me a little bit nervous because the Brooklyn Nets thing was weird. He was dominant that second half of that season that when he got traded from Phoenix to Brooklyn. He was doing crazy stuff and then made us all think, hey, maybe Mikal Bridges is actually like an elite guy. And then last season got off to a fine start. And then they all quiet quit after Jacques Vaughn tanked a game against the Milwaukee Bucks. He was like, fine, Cam Thomas, you take 45 shots a game, right? Now, and then he goes to New York. We're like, oh, dude, Mikal Bridges is back again. But maybe what we saw from the second half of the season, like maybe the small sample size when he first got to Brooklyn was the exception and not the rule, you know? I don't know. I don't want to overreact to it too much because I don't think it's like that dire here. I don't think it's that dire for Mikal Bridges, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Tesla was saying apparently he reworked his jump shot before entering the league and was able to adjust quickly. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe that's what we see, right? Maybe that's what we see. Maybe he's just trying something out, wants to try it out in the games, and then goes back to what he was doing beforehand. But I don't know. If you're like a lot of positive New York energy right now, we're going to talk about the Liberty in a second. The Mets had a fun run. I know they didn't actually get to the World Series, but based on what they were doing in July, the fact that Hawk Tua went out there, threw out the first pitch, and then they won like 75% of their games. They went all the way to the NLCS. I don't think Mets fans are mad. Disappointed, but not mad. Yanks in the World Series. Libs owned the Libs last night. They take a title town. Although the Jets and Giants are kind of a dumpster fire, so I guess it's not like full New York. But there was just so much excitement around this New York Knicks team. They make the big Karl-Anthony Towns trade, and it just seemed like a 1 or a 2 seed was in their future. And now the news heading into the first game of the season is this weird stuff with Mikal Bridges and then a Precious Achiuwa injury. So something to keep an eye on early on. Again, I still imagine the Knicks come out and start like 15-5 in their first 20 games, and then everybody shuts up about it. But we'll have to wait and see. All right, let's dive into some NBA awards because I oddly have not done that yet. Which I was surprised by. Let me stop sharing this screen. We're going to go to another screen. Actually, we're going to do a quick video. Let's do a quick mental health check because it's an early Monday morning. Still reeling from somebody trying to steal my identity. I'm honestly like successfully doing it. Let's do it. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. I didn't realize I was battling a cough until like all of a sudden I had to do a show, and now I'm coughing. All right, let's go through some of these awards, these end of the season awards. We're gonna look at MVP real quick, and then just kind of bounce around through all of these. So Luka, and again, I'm sure every show has done this already. Luka's the favorite. You get Jokic behind him, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Giannis Antetokounmpo, then Ant-Man, Tatum at plus 1,500. Honestly, listen. Let's throw a couple dollars down on it. John Morant plus 3,500. That's fun. I actually do think it's going to be Luka this season. I do think so. I think Luka's finally going to get one. I think the West, we keep saying like how deep the West is, which it is true, but I don't know how much dominance we have in the West. I think OKC is still going to be the 1 seed, but if you tell me Luka averages 39-8 or 39-9, whatever it is, and they're like the 3 seed, does Luka get it? I feel like the bet should be on Luka or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We're not going to see a Nikola Jokic MVP unless somehow the Denver Nuggets end up being the 1 seed after everybody buried them before the season even started. But I think the money should probably be on Luka or SGA. If you think the Bucks could get the 1 seed, that's fun. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching Anthony Edwards. I do think the Tatum one could be kind of fun, but I'm probably not touching that either. Matty Harrison said Luka can win if the narrative becomes, hey, he's trying on defense now, right? It is kind of funny that is what the baseline would be. It's like, hey, you know what? I think he's been eating salads. The year after a team makes the finals, they get more voter respect. Yeah, I like that too, Stan Loves. And then Maggie Carp saying, hot take, OKC rotating like 10 or 11 at times will hurt SGA's chances. No, I think that's actually right. I think like they've become so deep that they're not so reliant on Shai getting like 32 a game, right? I think if they're the 1 seed, he's still irregardless. He'll be in the conversation. But I think honestly, Luka at plus 350, plus 370 on DK. That's probably my favorite one. Common Man said he took plus 2,500 on Brunsanity. Is Brunson? Oh, yeah. He's plus 1,400 now. That's good money, Common Man, if you got that one. Wemby's dumb money. I don't think you should be putting it on Wemby. I do think Tatum's kind of spicy. I do. Just like the weird stuff from the offseason. Again, the only team I can remember who won a title and then immediately became like a chip on their shoulder type guy. I don't know. I kind of like it. Yeah, I think Tatum's kind of fun. I also think the John Morant thing's real too, right? He's not going to put up enough stats though. I don't think he can average like 30 and 10. Like they're going to have like Dallas would have to slip. That's the other thing. I think if Dallas finishes the top 4 seed, he probably wins it. Anything lower than the 4, which I guess you could make a case for it if you think, I don't know, if you think some of those other times, those other like teams are up there. I don't know. We got most forgettable title in NBA history. Nah, dude, come on, man. Come on. The bubble. I mean, I guess you remember that because it's the Lakers and we were in a lockdown. No, come on. There's plenty of forgettable ones. All right, let's keep moving. Kevin Durant plus 8,000. Okay, hold on. Let's actually make a Phoenix Suns case, all right? OKC, without Hartenstein to start, and they'll still be fine. But just hear me out. OKC without Hartenstein. Minnesota, new team, right? They have new pieces. They got to gel a little bit. Dallas, maybe a little finals run hangover. They get a little sluggish. They don't care about winning regular season games. The Phoenix Suns hired an elite regular season head coach. Nobody wins more regular season games while also kind of choking in the playoffs than Coach Budenholzer. All right. What if the Suns are the 1 seed? All right. You know what we should play? Actually, hold on. Let me see. I wish I did this. I wish I had this queued up. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this faster. I apologize. I should have had this queued up. Hold on. All right. Here we go. What? This sucks, dude. This sucks. I should have done better. What if the Suns are the 1 seed? There we go. Oh, it just played it right away. Yeah. What if the Suns are the 1 seed? Come on, plus 8,000. I bet Booker's probably even less than that, right? What's Booker's odds? You're going to keep scrolling. Booker plus 12,500. That's easy money. Easy money. Tesla said, I feel like the combo moved on real quick. And there was no noise on the video? Come on. Was there really no noise on that video? You guys just saw me dancing with no noise? Oh, that's hilarious. Why can't you guys hear that? Let me try that again. Oh, wow. You put no volume. No, there's volume on it, you bitches. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I see what well, no, here we go. Let's try this again.
Hear us out, hear us out, hear us out.
And now you can't hear it, right?
Hear us out, hear us out, hear us out. Where you going? Hear us out, hear us out,
I can't
hear us out, hear us out, hear us out.
Although now it's funny if you can hear it and I can't hear it.
Hear us out, 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 hear us out. Where you going? Hear us out, hear us out, hear us out.
Really good. You can't hear it. All right. Now do you get the joke? Let's try it again. Just in case you're gonna make a short. What if the Suns are the 1 seed?
Hear us out, 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 hear us out. Where you going? Hear us out, hear us out, hear us out, hear us out, hear us out.
All right, there we go. That was good. It was worth it, guys, right? That was worth it. No one's mad. No one's mad, right, guys? Just like really good content. Really good content. This is just about as good as my fantasy football experience this weekend. Shout out all the wide receivers that did a dog dick. All right, let's get out of the MVP conversation. We're done with that. Common Man said he'll stop watching the NBA. Booker wins the MVP. Rookie of the Year odds. All right, to me, TBH, the Reed Shepherd is the worst bet in here. Reed Shepherd plus 750 to win Rookie of the Year. Second favorite. That's bonkers. Do you know how hard it is for Reed Shepherd to play meaningful minutes for this Houston Rockets team? He has to be, they have to trade somebody, right? Here are the guys that can play like the guard position on the Rockets team. Fred VanVleet's going to start. Jalen Green's going to take a ton of shots. Then they've got Amin Thompson who can play the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like Dylan Brooks, guard adjacent. Like, I mean, how many minutes, like, is Reed playing? I just don't understand. I get it, dude. He's a short white guy with a mustache, so everybody's like, oh, yeah. Like, no, that's a dumb bet. Zach Edey, I don't know if you guys saw, the Memphis Grizzlies had a 90s-themed party over the weekend. 90s-themed party over the weekend. Actually, let me see if I can find Molly Morrison's tweet about this. And Zach Edey in the throwback jerseys, I'm in on the Grizzlies, guys. I really am in on the Grizzlies. They signed that 5'8" guy, so they got a short king. They also have him. Let's look at this photo here. Look at this. Come on, dude. That's Rookie of the Year energy right now. And I know he's the favorite at plus 300. He's going to start for a team that's going to make it to the playoffs. They're going to need him. We know Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to do something to his groin halfway through the season. He's going to miss some games. All of a sudden, Edey's going to have a 3-week stretch where he's averaging 18 and 12. They're going to be like, oh, he's like a Canadian Zubac, right? Like, I'm here for it. Let's keep looking at some of these odds, though. You got Zachary Risache. I'm plus 900. I don't hate it. But here's my favorite one, Matash Buchelis. So plus 1,000. Listen, the Chicago Bulls over the weekend guaranteed. Oh, we can do a video for this. They guaranteed the contract of when they guaranteed THT's contract, that told me the tank is on. The tank is on. Zach LaVine and Nikola Vucevic are going to find new locations, okay? They are going to be in new spots by February. So I think Buchelis could go out there and just put up crazy stats. I think that's a fun one. But can I tell you something? Alex Sarr plus 1,000. So, dude, like that team is going to suck. That's another team where Jonas Valanciunas, probably Corey Kispert, Malcolm Brogdanovic are all going to be going to different locations. All right. Sarr out the gate is going to be playing 30 minutes a game. He is the only rookie that is locked into 30 minutes a game. Edey's probably going to start, but they've got Santi Aldama, Brandon Clark. They got a lot of dudes that they can throw out there. Sarr is going to start at the 4 next to Jonas. He's probably going to do some backup 5 stuff as well. He's just going to be out there a ton of time. Alex Sarr plus 1,000 is fun. Super Carl in the chat was saying, speaking to a friend who is doing some coaching work with the Hawks over the summer, and he thinks Rich should be looking at 25 minutes a game. Bro, Super Carl, you've been watching this show for like 2 years, right? This is the first time I learned that you have inside sources. Let's go, dude. Where are you, man? What's Connect's path to like the minutes? So Dalton Connect plus 1,200 for Roy, Rookie of the Year. So I think the only way that Connect, like everybody got rock hard because what did he get, like 30 points in that last game? That's really the only game he really popped off. But if Dalton Connect is able to come off the bench and like legit be a 6th or 7th guy that is able to knock down like 4 or 5 triples a game, five's a lot for a rookie. I would say if he shoots like 40% from 3, and has a meaningful impact on the Lakers, he could get there. I think it's harder for him because he's like clearly in a bench role. I don't see him starting over Rui. I think they like that starting 5 of D'Lo, Reeves, Rui, LeBron, and AD. But if Connect, if you shoot like 40% from 3, the Lakers are doing okay, and he's like the head of the bench squad or whatever, I can see it. I was mentioning, like Bussell, the Bulls are going to tank. Bussell's is going to put up stats. If Reese Shea is playing 25 minutes a game and he's playing mostly with Trae Young, like I know Trae's going to soak up a lot of that usage, but Reese Shea should get some easy looks. Like the Alexander Sarsgaard, I like that too. Let's throw another one out there. How about Klingon, dude? Donovan Klingon plus 2,000. Man, he again, overreaction to preseason, but he looked really good in those last couple of preseason games, and I think that could be. Like there's a world in which it works. Everybody's still trying to be like, what if DeAndre Ayton and Brandon Ingram switch spots? And I don't think financially it completely works because like the Blazers would have to decide that they wanted to. Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe they do want to re-sign Ingram, or maybe they just take him for a year loan. I don't know. But if Ingram and Ayton all of a sudden switch spots, and now you've got Klingon starting, those numbers are going to be nuts too, because he looks like he's an offensive juggernaut out there. That tested too. Great point. Make sure you factor in the white height factor to these Connect odds. That's true. Dillingham's not going to get enough run, I don't think. Especially like before they made that trade with the Knicks. I could see it because maybe like he runs the second unit. Maybe Conley is 48 and gets hurt and misses some time, and then Dillingham has to start at point or whatever. I think with the addition of Dante DiVincenzo, that kind of nukes a little bit of Dillingham's upside. And like what Minnesota wants to know that he can play meaningful minutes in the playoffs. So he's going to get some shots out there. But like, I just don't see like the stats, right? Because it's not very rarely does a rookie of the year go to somebody that like impacts winning. You know what I mean? They're just like, who's putting up the biggest numbers right now? And my guess is Dillingham's not going to have the opportunity to put up the biggest numbers, would be my guess anyways. But I still think he's like good. And then the last one, you want to go like long shot? How about Saloon? How about Saloon from Charlotte plus 4,000, where it looks like he's carved out some minutes, right? Looks like he, probably coming off the bench. Charlotte still has a lot of guys, but if he's going to be taking like 5 threes a game, I don't know. I don't really think he's going to win it, but when we're looking at plus 4,000, that's all I'm going to say. How about 6th man of the year? I haven't looked at this one yet. So Malik Monk, the odds-on favorite. I could see Malik Monk getting it because he should have gotten it last year, and then he got hurt down the stretch. And then Naz Reid ended up getting it. Super Carl said Dillingham will probably take the minutes that Shake Milton had last year. Yeah. And then if Nickeil Alexander-Walker gets off to a slow start, I could see him stealing some of his minutes. I don't know. DiVincenzo, we just mentioned him. That's probably my favorite one, plus 1,400. We know Minnesota needs bench scoring in a bad way. And I think there's going to be a handful of games where he starts for them when Conley misses time. So Dante DiVincenzo is a fun one. Buddy Hield, I'm not buying. I still can't figure out the Buddy Hield hype. Like, if it was that much hype, why hasn't he done anything in his last? Like, why couldn't he figure out a spot in the Pacers rotation? The Pacers offense is like built for him, just like run and knock down threes, right? Couldn't find a role there. Gets moved to Philly. He had one game in the playoffs that he did anything. So I'm not really, I don't understand the Buddy Hield hype. Karis LeVert, obviously in this conversation. Guys, can I say something though? How about, it's probably not on the board. How about Julian Strawther plus 15,000? Guys, I know I am Strawther pilled at this point. Okay. But if Denver somehow stays in that like top 3 conversation, right? it's going to be because like they're going to have to do something out of the. I mean, the real reason if that happens is Jamal Murray cooking, right? It's Jamal Murray doing his thing. But like, I don't know, man. I know Russ is actually probably the sixth man, so it's probably too hard. But dude, if Strother goes out there and averages like 18 points a game off the bench for them, I just think you could do worse. He's in the same spot as like Santi Aldama, Peyton Watson, Obi Toppin, Malik Beasley, Ben Simmons. I don't know. Give me the Strother, baby. Give me the Stroth. Common Man was saying too, Saloon could surpass Josh Green pretty quickly. That's true. Anyways, I just wanted to bring up Strother. That's why I actually did that. But plus 15,000. Gigi Jackson's going to be missing a ton of time. I don't know why anybody would be betting on him. Benedict Mathurin, that's actually another dark horse. I like this one quite a bit. Plus 3,500. You could also make the same case for Russ at plus 4,000 that we just did for Strother. But plus 3,500 for Benny. He's looked awesome. He's still got that explosiveness. You know, he's missed a ton of time. I think people forgot about Mathurin. The Pacers are going to be fun. I don't know. I like Benedict Mathurin. Boston based. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, BB. All right, let's keep moving. What else we got? Defensive player of the year. This is dumb. Yeah, anybody not betting on Wemby? Your only bet for Wemby is if you think he's going to get hurt. If you're betting against Wemby, but then like the one nice thing is like there's no single or triple digit odds after that. So Wemby's minus 155. You got Chet plus 1,200, Bam plus 1,100, Mobley plus 1,200. Hey, Rudy's not getting it. I'm telling you right now, Rudy's not getting it. I will say though, you know what's a fun bet? Bam, this is plus 1,100. Bam Adebayo yet to win Defensive Player of the Year is nuts. Bam's like, I feel like he's finished top 3, maybe not top 3, top 5 every year for like the last 25 years. Bam is earned one. He has earned one. He needs to win one. Even if it's like how Leonardo DiCaprio got an Oscar for The Revenant or whatever, where he like killed a bear with his bare hands. That wasn't a best Oscar. You shouldn't have won it for that. You should have won it for something else. Same thing. Maybe Bam gets it like that. Super Carl says, you think Mathurin starts too many? No, you think so? I think they're going to be starting Nembhard over him. I think Nembhard starts over him all season. And then even if Hallie misses time, I think they would start McConnell before they would start. I don't know. Maybe Super Carl. You got to start a lot of games. You have to start a lot of games not to qualify, I think. Anyways. Anybody else for Defensive Player of the Year? Stan says he likes the Jimmy Butler odds. I didn't even see that. Where's Jimmy? Is he not? He's not even on here unless he goes by James Butler. Yeah. What are the odds? Is it like plus 1 million? All right. I'll hear it. I'll hear some hashtag heat culture. And then Coach of the Year is the last one. I think it's kind of nuts. Well, no, Missoula's plus 1,400. Tom Thibodeau plus 700 makes sense because the Knicks should win a ton of games. Although I don't know if I would touch a lot of that with all the weird juju starting the season. Nostalgia Nick in the chat. Let's go. Welcome. Oh, you mean lead the league for steals. I got you, Stan. My bad. I thought you meant Defensive Player of the Year for steals. Jamal Mosley plus 1,400. I think Taylor Jenkins is a fun bet. If the Grizzlies finish a top 3 seed, he's winning it. He is. Even if he's winning it. They would just have the biggest jump. Even if the Knicks are like the 2 seed in the East, if the Memphis Grizzlies win 50 plus games and they are a 3 seed, do that. Also, Coach Bud. Also, why does it say Bucks? That's hilarious. Plus 1,600. That's pretty funny. Yeah, that's hilarious, right? The guy Vegas Insider, clearly a really good site. There you have it. We're going to move along here. We're going to keep this show probably like 40 minutes today because we got a big day tomorrow. We got a big day. Segment 3. I don't have anything to share video-wise for segment 3, but I want you guys to still see the segments. You know what I'm saying? Predictions. So, yeah, where's J Kidd? J Kidd's not up there, Common Man. No one wants to give that man awards. I think the Celtics are repeating this year. I was on the brink of saying OKC to win it. I think the Celtics are going to repeat. I like the energy coming out of Boston. I think we're going to see. I think it's going to be kind of chalky in the sense that we get a Boston, New York Knicks Eastern Conference Finals. I think they're going to finish the 1-2 seed. And they'll duke it out. I think it's going to go 7 games, too. I think we'll have a 7-game Eastern Conference Finals. Celtics get out of it. And I think they're going to beat the OKC Thunder in the finals. I think OKC is going to – I think they – and honestly, I wanted to pick OKC. I really wanted to pick the Thunder this year to win it all. But the Celtics – and if the Celtics didn't have this weird offseason where Jaylen Brown just smoking hot ones, doing underwater pictures, dropping bars and mixtapes and shit, and Tatum just getting angry at Steve Kerr. I think the Celtics are just going to roll through the East again. I don't know if they're going to have as dominant of a regular season and playoff run that we saw last year. I think it's going to be a little bit more aggro than what was before, but I like the Celtics to get out. I don't know who OKC. I think OKC Dallas. I think we get an OKC Dallas Western Conference Finals because I love Dallas, man. I really do. I kind of wanted to take Dallas over OKC. I wouldn't be surprised too. All right, Nostalgia Nick says OKC versus Knicks Finals. Okay, and Maggie Carp says I don't think the Knicks make the Eastern Conference Finals. Wow, you don't think the Celtics won't make the finals? Neither will OKC. All right, Stan, who do you have? Who do you have in the chat? Maggie Carp says Bucks and Philly are being slept on in your head. Yeah. I'm just not going to trust Philly until they actually do something, you know? Like how many times, you know, how many times are we going to do this? How many times do Jets fans get excited about the Jets prospects heading into the year and then they just get their dicks kicked in? That's kind of what Philly does every year. So I tell you what, Philly, you get out of the second round and then maybe I'll take you seriously. Bucks, I agree with. If the Bucks stay healthy, like the Middleton, it sounds like Middleton might be good to go to start the season. So I'm here for that. For that. I think Matty Harrison's answering for Stan here where he says Heat versus Miami's final. There we go. Yeah, I like I like it all. I like it all. I think I like the Western Conference. I think you could make a case for just so many teams. And you don't care about them. Yeah, I mean, if the Bucks are healthy, man, I agree. I think they're being slept on. Like, I think they're going to be a tough out. I am kind of curious what Orlando does this year too. Like, if they're able to take a step, or like, are they able to take a step forward? Is Paolo able to evolve? Is Franz Wagner able to knock down threes again, like he was able to do 2 years ago, but couldn't last year? Or were they just capitalizing on a situation where, capitalizing on a situation where the rest of the East is pretty bad? The other thing too, Cleveland, man. Cleveland won so many games last year without being healthy. Now they are healthy. So I don't know. Suggs. All right. Maggie Carp's in on Jalen Suggs. Stan's saying Heat versus Denver. He wants a rematch from a couple years ago. And then Orlando. Okay. Tesla's planting his flag. But Tesla, you're still you still got weird energy from the Scotty Barnes, Jalen Suggs draft. Although you made out okay. You got Scotty. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm just excited to stop talking about it and that we get actual games to react to. That's what I'm looking forward to. That is what I'm looking forward to. Games tomorrow night. And then we also have freaking underdog dailies tomorrow. Finally. Tessa asked, are you higher on the Pacers or Orlando? To me, they're the same exact team. Like, Orlando's the offensive side of it. I mean, Indiana's the offensive side and Orlando's the defensive side. To me, they're the same thing. I think they're both I think they're going to be battling for the 4, 5, 6 seed. Like, it's weird. I could see Orlando finishing ahead of Philly and Milwaukee. Same thing with Indiana in the regular season, but I would not take them in a playoff series, I don't think. I think I would still take the Philly or Milwaukee over them, which I don't know if that's like a hot take. I could see like Philly clearly is like, we don't give a shit about the regular season. We'll be ready for the playoffs. We'll be healthy. I think Milwaukee should feel the same way. I think they should. I think we'll know right out the gate about Milwaukee, though. If Dame looks like legit and is able to do it night in and night out, I'll be higher on Milwaukee. But man, that season from him last year was a little concerning. And did they sure up, like, adding Gary Trent Jr. is a nice shooting piece for sure. But like, are they going to be able to defend guards this year? I mean, that was like a cheat code last year. We'll have to see. All right, I want to talk some WNBA a little bit here, just quickly. Shout out my Libs. Revenge of the Libs taking down the Chip last night. Holy crap, though. I don't know if you guys watched this game. I don't know if you watched the WNBA finals last night. It was a fun game. It was a gross game. It was a weirdly, I honestly, and I know most of the spotlight is going to be on last night's officiating, and rightfully so. The officiating this entire like playoff run, specifically in the finals, was just garbage. I mean, that call on Stewie there, and I'm rooting for the Liberty. That last call where they went like the bump on the chest and then got 2 free throws to send it to overtime was just rough, man. And like, if I'm Minnesota, I'm furious about that. They had that game won. Liberty had no business winning that series. They had game Game 3, they were getting outplayed all over the place. However, they went into halftime and it was still relatively a close game. And then their offense woke up in the third quarter, and then Sabrina hits that shot, steals the game. And then same thing last night. I mean, when your two best players go like 8 for 900 from the field and you still walk away with the W, like what happened? And the refs happened in that game. But also, like, Courtney Williams was terrible for Minnesota in that game last night. That hurt. That hurt them quite a bit. And then Fiebich, the German, was great. Was great for the Liberties. And shout out John Cole Jones, MVP. The Sabrina stuff is hilarious. Like, everybody's just roasting her on social media. Like, we've never seen a good player on a team in the finals not show up and win a title. Shout out Jason Tatum. Also, shout out Kobe Bryant. Great tweet last night where Sabrina and Kobe in closeout games where they won the chip both missed 18 shots. And that was when the Lakers beat the Celtics in that game 7 where Kobe was like 6 for 24, something like that. But yeah, weird. It's too bad that the conversations around the officiating, but it was. I mean, the officiating was awful. But shout out to Libs, baby. That was fun. That was a good run for them. I'm glad Jonquel Jones got some love. There should be more conversation around Jonquel Jones today and less about Sabrina and Stewie, because JJ is legit. Former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, now NBA Finals MVP. Love to see it. Love to see the Libs. Good dub for them. And then last but not least, what was the last thing I had? I don't know. I think I just put I think I just put fantasy hoops stuff on there, right? Was that the last thing I had? Yeah, I just put fantasy hoops. I don't really have anything. I can look at underdog here as I had to slow down double dribbles because your boy had his identity swiped, which was pretty sick. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, or if you were listening to the NBA bit on Friday, but got a sick call from Capital One being like, "Hey, we changed all your information. How does that make you feel?" And the answer was bad, bad, bad. It made me feel bad. And then so all weekend long, been dealing with that. Pretty sick. But now it looks like it's all taken care of. But we are through 115 double dribbles here. I imagine we get to 10 more in. I imagine we get to like 125 or something like that. I will say I'm very excited. Mark Williams looks like he is ready to go. He is ready to go. Yeah, Boston Base. I made that joke. Like, yeah, congrats on stealing my debt, I guess. You know, who love that. Who owns more in-season SORARE? Yeah, Wob does. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I told you guys this weekend was gonna be my SORARE shopping spree, but all my shit was locked down. So hopefully I'm able to get it unlocked. It's either gonna happen today, tomorrow, or Wednesday. So hopefully by then. Otherwise, we might be sitting out game week 1. Brutal stuff. But anyways, a couple of injury updates for if you're drafting. It looks like Mark Williams is going to be ready to go for the start of the season. So thank the Lord. We got Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch back at him. Devin Vassell, we still haven't heard anything. They're supposed to get reevaluated next week. So hopefully we get some good Devin Vassell news. But we're cooking over here, guys. We highest owned guys. Let's position by position. Still got Vassell at 25%, even though I definitely slowed down on how much Vassell I was taking. Pod God has come way down. I haven't taken him in a while. He's at 23%. KPJ at 23%. Then we got Bub and Keontae both over 21. Big Dick, Grady Dick, Cam Thomas, Ben Simmons, they're up over 18. And then you got Bane, Nembhard, Harden, up over 17%. Strother now, and I just took Strother in my last 2 drafts, so that's going to go up a little bit higher. Wing position, though, we still got 24% Koulibaly, 23% Tatum, and 22% Ware, Scotty Barnes, and then that's it for over 20%. We get some Hendricks, LeBron, Harris, Siakam, and then last but not least, we should start calling Taylor Hendricks Gin, by the way, right? We need a good gin, right? What if could we so Taylor Hendricks and Keontae George have a 2-man game? Can we call them like Gin and Tonic? We got to do something with that. I don't know if you guys drink gin, but that Hendricks, it's a good gin, right? And then we got Mark Williams at 29%, the Sarsgaard at 27, and Draymond, Ayton, Okongwu, who finally played in the last preseason game. That was good to see. Zion, I haven't been clicking him as much lately. There we go. That's where we're at right now. Yeah, R.I.P. Pod God Summer. No kidding. What's up, Garen? I'm going to Paul Pierce and KG's live podcast. Oh, that's sick, man. That's sick. And DJP say need help with the last pick and SORARE. 2 of McBride, Royce, Finney. I think McBride and Melton are my 2 favorites. I don't trust any Brooklyn thing, although Dorian Finney-Smith is gonna be out there. Definitely not Royce. I don't trust Royce. I think I would rank them I'd rank them probably Melton, Finney-Smith, and McBride. Melton's gonna start, I think. Melton is gonna start. So I trust the Melton minutes more than the McBride minutes. Um, so maybe Melton, Finney-Smith, McBride. I don't know. It's close. Melton, clear one, then flip a coin between McBride and Finney-Smith. Hope that was helpful. All right. Hey, couple of business things here. Just a reminder, Bit Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I think I have a fun announcement coming out here in a couple of hours, which I've already told you guys about. Make sure it didn't come out yet. I've already told you guys about it, but about the new show that's going to be starting this week. If you guys could do me a favor and just like pump it up when it goes out there, share that shit. And then make sure you subscribe to the Elite Fantasy Hoops channel. There's a chance we go live this afternoon, but most likely it's just going to be all day tomorrow. We're going to be living on the Elite Fantasy Hoops channel. I'll drop a link in the chat. We've been cooking here with subs over the weekend, just absolutely firing. We got our most recent video, just well over 1,200 views at this point. Let's what are our subs looking like? Oh yeah, our subs 2,652. We're like plus 150 in the last like week. So we're cooking. We're cooking. So go subscribe over there if you haven't. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do as long as the double dribble isn't full by tomorrow morning, we're gonna do like a bunch of drafts in the morning. And then we'll have live before lock. We'll do some underdog daily stuff. And if you haven't signed up for the membership on the Elite Fantasy Hoops channel, I dropped some shit about that in the Discord. And then we'll that the membership stuff starts tomorrow, which is exciting. So I just shared a link to the Discord too if you guys haven't joined that. But we're gonna call it there. We're gonna call it there because some construction is starting right outside the window, which is fire. But hey, appreciate everybody being here. We got basketball tomorrow, all right? And make sure you sub to playback. I'm sure Weisberg and Sneeps are firing up the playback tomorrow night. So make sure you're subbed over there. But appreciate everybody tuning in. Go Libs. Glad the Jets lost, honestly. That made me feel good. I'm glad the Jets lost because I wanted the Jets fans to lose as much as I lost yesterday in fantasy football. So we're out of here. Have a good day, y'all.